Hello and welcome to episode number 2 of the Unit 42 Beyond the Hunt series. If you're not yet familiar with the series, please go back and check out episode 1. That's where I lay the groundwork for the series. For now, I'm Ryan with Unit 42 MTH, and I'm going to just delve into some of the threats that we looked at in February of 2024 as identified within our active campaigns report. Specifically, we'll be looking at vulnerabilities in both ConnectWise Screen Connect and then also in SharePoint, two very common tools that we find in client environments. We're going to start with ConnectWise Screen Connect CVEs 2024-1708 and 1709. These particular vulnerabilities affected all versions prior to 23.9.7, actually that version and prior, and they were pretty nasty. There was one of them that was an authentication bypass and another that was path traversal, and when combined together, they can lead to remote code execution. We have a little threat brief that we've posted on the Unit 42 blog, so you can always go and check that out. It's available to you. In here, we provide some observations. One of the things that we saw post-exploitation was the installation and execution of the Vidar info stealer, and you never want an info stealer stealing all of your data within your environment. Yeah, yuck, right? So they actually pushed it as screenconnectupdater.exe. That's cute, right? So we give an example of how they ran the run file command in order to execute it. And we even give a screenshot in here that shows that exact process. Here's the parent process tree for Vidar eventually being executed as an updater, right? At least named as such. Our XDR query language or XQL queries provided in the report for these particular vulnerabilities included those looking for server versions installed within the environment, there's a particular XML file that's written to disk when this executes, and so we're looking for that being dropped basically. There's a path traversal, some indicators we can see there, and then we have known post-exploitation indicators, both file-based and then network-based. So we have references and recommendations, the recommendations being, of course, to update the server, review your IIS logs, and to follow the guidance provided by ConnectWise, which is right here. They also provide some update pathing in case you need to upgrade your environment. And if you've not done so already, you better get on that. Next up, we have SharePoint Vulnerabilities, CVEs 2023-29-357 and 24-955. Now, when combined together, again, remote code execution is possible. So we've got, first off, the impersonation of any user, and then beyond that, there's the ability to replace this .bdcm file with commands that you want the web server to run. Not you, but the threat actors, okay? So we've got some example commands that they ran in post-exploitation examples that we saw, like the utilization of the Impacket framework. And then we have a screenshot showing exactly what it looks like during the exploitation phase, some of the commands that were run, or I should say programs and processes launched to run commands within the environment. Recommendations would be, of course, to update SharePoint to the newest version and to check, of course, your SharePoint logs and look for new users that might have just shown up out of nowhere, like, ooh, who's that? Hunting queries. We gave one for web server processes executing unknown commands, or I should say uncommon commands, unknown in your environment probably. And then XDR alerts involving IIS web server processes. So if you have not yet done so, please subscribe so that you never miss an episode of the show. And if you are interested in signing up or just taking a gander at the MTH or MDR services provided by Unit 42, please take a look at the link in the video description. Again, I'm Ryan from Unit 42 MTH, and I will see you next time.